See, Adi Shankara was speaking at a time somewhere in the 8th century, and plus, still, he is not reeling out the Upanishad to us. Because suppose we were just imagine reading the Upanishad, it would have been so tough. It is still tough. If we try to read, it will be like bouncer for us. Okay. So whereas he has in the, of course, maybe at that time, people understood Sanskrit. So thinking that way, he spoke very simple verses. And he spoke to the common man. He was not speaking to some realized or semi-realized soul where he was giving out what is Brahman and what is Atman. Nothing like that. Very simply, he's simply speaking to the Aam Admi. That, what are you doing? Okay, so that's the thing here. So, we did verse 8. Now we'll go to verse 9. Shloka 9. Okay, so we send you the script. So in case you want to sing through it, go through it, you can go through it. Okay, it's with meanings. Now the solution for all the 8 verses. He says, Satsangatve Nisangatva. Okay, very simple. When you get Satsanga, you get, Nisanga. You become Nisanga. So I got Satsanga, I got good company. Okay. When I get good company, naturally I become non-attached. Okay. Nisanga. Okay. I'm non-attached. Next. Suppose now you're Nisanga. Then what happens? Nisangatve Nirmohatva. So with non-attachment, I get proper access to non-delusion. Nirmohatva. So I'm not deluded. Okay. So when I'm not deluded, next, step by step, it's an ascending ladder. Okay. Next is what happens when you're not deluded. Then you get Nischala Tattva. So Nishala Tattva is, we'll get into it, okay? Nishala Tattva is, here it is translated as immutable reality, absolute reality. But as far as I can use my head, it comes that it is Nischala. It is steadfast mind. It's a steadfast intellect. Okay, not fickle, not fickle. Okay, so Nischala Tattva. Nischala Tattve, what happens? Jivana Mukti. So this is one of my favorite verses in this one. Of course, next to Punarapi Maranam Punarapi Jananam, that will come later on. But this is really good because it gives us a solution. Until now, we were like, oh my God, he's speaking about this, he's don't get attached to wealth, old age will come, we will die, etc., etc. Now he is saying, Satsangatve Nisangatva. Nisangatve Nirmohatva. Okay, step by step. Then next is what? That is delusion, okay, non-delusion. Nirmohatve Nischala Tattvam. Nischala Tattve Jivana Mukti. Jivana Mukti is moksha. Is liberated when you are alive. Liberated when you're still, you're in the body. Okay. It's not like I died and I was dying and I got liberated. No. So I'm alive and I'm liberated. That is Jivana Mukti. Liberated when alive. So next. So understand this. When he says, what was the first thing he said? Good company. Now, from where will we get good company? We can't enforce the good company into the house. Okay? But we can still meet good people. So what is good people? We'll say when we get into spiritual stuff, we say everybody is good, everybody is clean, everybody is nice, look at everybody nicely. But still, Adi Shankara is saying, keep the company of good people, keep the company of people who are moving towards the Atman, Brahman, God, divinity, whatever you like. So that means, now don't get confused. Don't get into a totally, group of people who are doing a lot of bhajan, kirtan and dol bhaja and all that and say they are technically religious people. So don't get confused. So we want to meet people who are actually trying to understand the truth. And what is the truth? Truth is what you are, which we don't know. Okay, which is fine. But I'm seeking the truth. I want to know the truth. I want to move towards the truth. I want to know what is this universe. I want to know if there is a creator. I want to know about this creation. Is there a God? What is God? Where is God? All these people who think of this kind of thoughts, who are moving towards that, would be good company. Okay, because I'm not like against religion or something, but when it comes to religion, people get fanatic, like blind faith with zero knowledge. So that's not what we are getting into. Faith is required, but not blind faith. Not, there is God. Why? Because somebody told me. No, that's not the right place to be. You should feel God. You should feel the divine. You should feel that there is a guru, that there is something. Then you're in the right place. So then we thought, okay, now at least I can make a list of people I want to meet and I want to avoid. Okay, that's a good job. Now next, the maximum company we keep is not of people. Guess. We keep the company of our own mind. The maximum company we keep is of our own mind. Now, if our mind is only chanchala, if our mind is only not satsangi, it wants to just enjoy and get all the sense pleasures. And if you have that level of a mind, then all the time my mind will say, it's okay, don't listen to the bhajan, it's okay, don't get into spirituality. We'll first watch the movie and then go eat the burger and then watch the, I don't know, whatever, and then get trapped in this samsara. Otherwise, another option, the mind will start thinking of the past and of the future and start worrying. We'll start worrying. Okay? Okay, not enough. Everyday stress. Every day, day-to-day stress. Oh my God, my sabzi got burnt. Oh my God, this happened, etc., etc., etc. So this is where we are. So daily stress, overthinking, unwanted thinking, and unwanted desires following the senses. This is the mind. And at least 80% of the time, we are with our own mind. So then this line becomes challenging for us when Adi Shankara says Satsangatve Nissangatvam. So first of all, we need to transform that mind into a Satsangi mind. We have to see man, if you think about this, man is a creature of habit. None of us can deny this. Whatever we have been doing, eventually, subconsciously, unconsciously, we do the same thing. Or we say the same thing. So that means if my mind is not a satsangi mind, what you need to do? Change the sanskars. That's it. Change the sanskaras. How? By continuously putting in new sanskaras. So suppose I get up in the morning and I don't meditate, I don't chant, I don't pray. Oh, that's not a satsangi mind. What should I do? I should force the mind and I should sit down and discipline the mind and say, no disturbance, I'm going to do this. It's equally important for myself. So then slowly, slowly, like dose by dose, like those homeopathy pills, we start feeding the mind for goodness, for sattva, to make it a good satsangi mind. After that, you don't have to do anything, because that satsangi mind will lead you. Now, who is leading us? Nobody, only our mind. It only decides what we need to do, what we don't need to do, what's good for me, what's bad for me. I know. This mind of ours is not very intelligent. So we need to make it intelligent. We need to make it disciplined. We need to work on the mind. Because the maximum sangha is of the mana. Okay? Satsangatve nissangatvam. When you are in the right company, naturally, okay, very smoothly you get into, I'm not attached. It's okay if I don't get this. I don't care, I give up this. Nothing seems to be a raging desire. Nothing is passionate and I want it. This kind of fire is missing. There is nothing like that you're so attached to. So it's a nissanga. So once you're in this state of consciousness, where you're in nissanga, next is there is no delusion. There is no confusion. The mind can see things for what it is. It's not like, I think it could be this, or maybe it is that. Maybe I should do that. This confusion, this delusion of this samsara is missing. So this is where we are when we come to nirmoha. From this consciousness state, slowly, 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 we move to nischala tattvam. Nischala tattvam is translated as absolute reality, but we won't get absolute reality instantly. The mind, which is now not deluded, has to also become still. It is not that, okay, I can see things clearly, but sometimes I feel up and sometimes I feel down. No, you have to practice the state where the mind is nischala, still, for long periods. You can sit through without the thoughts disturbing you for a long time. Then you can experience the absolute reality. And once you start experiencing the absolute reality for a long period of time, then Jivana Mukta is possible. Okay, so this was verse number 9.